Good evening and welcome to the Business Day. I'm Javon Keys. Jamaica has joined a new Special Economic Zones grouping. The arrangement to be a part of the Global Alliance of Special Economic Zones was signed this afternoon at the annual World Free Zones Conference in Montego Bay, St. James. Jamaica is one of several countries which on Monday signed a new trade agreement to strengthen the global Special Economic Zones network. It was the highlight of day one of the World Free Zones annual conference. The country is a member of the new Global Alliance on Special Economic Zones, an initiative pushed by the United Nations Conference on Trade and Development UNCTAD. Prime Minister Andrew Holness spoke at the event.
This, of course, is a momentous occasion, given that the mandate of the Global Alliance of Special Economic Zones is to drive the modernization of economic zones worldwide in order to boost development and maximize our contribution to the UN Sustainable Development Goals. I welcome the fact that UNCTAD has joined with over 7,000 special economic zones to promote industrial activity through fiscal and regulatory incentives and infrastructure support.
So how do we stand to benefit? Minister of Industry, Investment and Commerce, Orbin Hill, pointed to what he says will be a range of opportunities to help boost economic recovery from the pandemic.
This new alliance will open up a space for free zones around the world to facilitate trade, encourage economic growth, enable the employment of a great number of people in countries around the world, and really foster linkages between businesses and ordinary entrepreneurs and citizens of countries around the world.
He says the job market will also see a strong uptick as more zones are built in various industries. More than 100 million people across the world are employed by these special economic zones. The $600 million support program for taxi operators is to start receiving applications on Monday. Finance Minister Dr. Nigel Clark made the announcement today in an update to our news center. Dr. Clark said payments to eligible applicants will commence early July.
This program is budgeted to cost $600 million, which will be available for payment of these one-off grants. And in addition, there's a $200 million loan scheme that will be available through microfinance operators for PPV and taxi operators to access small loans that can be used for the repair of vehicles, for the purchase of batteries and tires and spare parts. And that will be launched by the end of June.
Now, earlier today, the National Council of Taxi Operators, that's taxi associations, expressed concern that for the past 3 months after the finance minister promised a $25,000 grant to taxi operators, it was still in the dark regarding the schedule for payment. While closing the budget debate in March, the finance minister said the government would provide vouchers to operators of public passenger vehicles, including route taxi operators and contract carriage operators. Now to the markets today, the U.S. currency is being sold for an average $155.71. $120.89 is the going rate for the Canadian dollar, $188.46 for the pound, while it's costing an average $163.05 for the euro. The JSE index declined by 1,247 points today, while the junior market index lost 21 points. Among today's advances were EPLE 138 Student Living Jamaica Variable Preference Shares, CAC 2000 9.5% Cumulative Redeemable Preference Shares, Jetcon Corporation and iCreate, while on the losing side were EPLE 7.5% Preference Shares, Mayberry Jamaican Equities, Jamaica Stock Exchange, 138 Student Living Jamaica Ordinary Shares and Lasco Financial Services. And that's it for the Business Day. I'm Javon Keys. Stay with us. The regional and international news roundup is after the break.